Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Hi everybody, my name is Kevin with ConVent. Today we're going to go through the setup instructions for the new Helix ABC system. First thing I like to show is the cart. On the back side, there's two spots for a cart, or there's two spots for a tank. On the side here, this is your tank switch indicator. So it doesn't actually switch the tank, it just tells you which tank it's drawing from. Right now, in this scenario, it's drawing from tank 1, and we only have one tank installed on here. Generally, there would be two tanks installed. The foot pedals, this is your Argon beam foot pedal. This is your monopolar foot pedal. And then on the other side, this is your bipolar foot pedal, okay? If you ever needed to change the tank, you would shut the gas off by turning it to the right till it stops. You would bleed the line by unplugging this, pushing it down on there, and you'll hear gas come out. Once the gas bleeds, the unit will beep to let you know that you have a low gas. At that point, it's very easy to turn this handle to disconnect the tank. You would put the new tank in, and then you would turn this the other way to tighten it back, and then turn the gas back on, okay? So let's turn the gas on for the next portion of it. On the front side of the cart, this front panel gives you some storage for hand pieces, as well as you can put your grounding pad up here on top. And now we're gonna go through the front panel, okay? So the first thing I like to show is the ports here. Your power button is right here on the far right. This is your gas connection for your Argon beam handpiece, and it's marked AR. This is for your grounding pad. This is for your bipolar accessory. This is for your Argon beam hand control accessory. This is a pencil port, and this is for foot controlled monopolar. Okay, on the top panel here, when a grounding pad is plugged in, this will go green, and a set of bars will indicate the connection to the patient. If a pad starts coming dislodged during a case, the green will tick down and it will actually go red. It won't allow you to activate any of the monopolar accessories for patient safety reasons. There's a volume up and down here, so you can adjust the sounds. Here's your settings. You can go in and you can change font, and you can change what the screen looks like. You can change your, all sorts of different things in the unit. It's broken down. This has traditional Bovie settings, and it also has the addition of the Argon beam. Okay, so we're just going to work from left to right here. This is your monopolar cut. To adjust the cut, you would just turn the power settings up here, up and down. To adjust your blends, you would hit the corresponding button here to adjust the blends up and down. There's also choices here for general mode, fluids mode, and lap mode. 99% of the time you're going to be in general mode, but if you ever needed to, you could flip it to general mode is for your open cases. Fluids mode is if you were to have an electrode in a fluid type environment for like terps and turbs. And then laparoscopic, this is a laparoscopic safety mode. If you're ever to have bad insulation on an instrument or a laparoscopic electrode, laparoscopic mode would limit the likelihood of stray current leaving the instrument. So that's cut. Next one is coag. You adjust your power settings same way, up and down. You can change it from pinpoint, standard, or spray coag here. Bipolar, you can adjust the power settings up and down. Same thing, we have two choices, micro and macro. You want to make sure that it's in micro. ABC settings, so there's two settings on the Argon beam portion. There's your power settings, and there's your flow settings, okay? There are three choices here. ABC Flex, this is for like if you were to use like a flexible GI probe, which generally we probably wouldn't use considering this is used in the OR. Lap is for your lap cases, open is for your open cases, and manual allows you to manually adjust both the power and the flow. 99.9% of the time, you're either going to be in a laparoscopic case or an open case. So you want to make sure to choose one of these two first. For this purposes, I'm just going to show open. What's nice about lap and open is that the power settings and the flow settings are married. As I turn up the power settings, what you'll notice is that the flow is going to automatically change depending on what the power setting is. So when you're setting up this unit, you don't really have to do a whole lot of thinking. All you have to do is ask the surgeon what the power settings are and turn them up or down accordingly. Okay? On the far right side here, this is a remote switch, so you can remotely change the power settings from the surgical field. And then this is the purge button. So once you have the grounding pad placed, once you have the handpiece in, you would purge it to basically push the air out of the line. Okay? So grounding pad would go here. This is what your typical case would look like. There's 3 steps. You would plug in your grounding pad. You would plug in your handpiece. On this handpiece here, there's 2 tails because it's a hand-controlled device, okay? The first tail goes in here, which connects the handpiece to the gas supply. The second handpiece goes here, and this basically allows the button switch to work on the handpiece, okay? So we have our grounding pad, we have our handpiece selected. Make sure that you put it in the piece that says AR, okay? If you were to put this handpiece next door here in the pencil port, it would not work, okay? So there's 3 things. Ground the patient, plug in the handpiece, and adjust the settings. Those are the 3 big things you're gonna need to do. If there are any questions, there's gonna be a card on top of here, so you can give me a call directly if you have any questions or concerns. Thank you.